comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. After a week's break, which was entirely my fault, I am back with everybody's favorite Canadian, Alan. And we are here talking about the hottest well, these probably aren't the hottest ones because they're not from the Prestige sale, but they're the hottest ones occurring on the weekly Silver Age sales on Heritage. There's some cracking comics over on Alan's channel, so make sure you follow the link down below and go and watch Alan's show after you've watched this one. And we're gonna crack straight in, Alan. Um, that's the last one on Alan's list, which was an absolute cracker. Right, here we go. Oh, GI Combat number 69.
And do you know the significance of this one?
$5. That's expensive for a GI Combat. What's special about this, Alan?
So this is one of those gray tone ones.
Okay.
So collectors like these gray tone ones where it's like just like it's like monotone, like it's like a grayscale. Very cool book, just really amazing art.
It's a great look at that. Look at that face on there. Is this
I
Joe
know.
Kubert? It must be Kubert, surely.
What does it say? I think you're right, but Joe Kubert.
Joe Kubert, Russ Heath, and Jack Abel art. Yeah.
Oh, it's wait, it's somebody else actually.
Oh, it's
Jerry
Jerry Grandinetti cover. Okay.
Grandinetti. So
Well, that's a
really,
great
it's just
cover.
a classic cover. And you can, I mean, look at that. Like, people really like these war, gray tone covers.
Well, I
They
like
just go
it.
for.
Very nice.
Uh, there's a bunch of collectors for these things, and they go for big money, as you can see.
Well, it has gone for big money and a weak week.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything key about it. Does it
No,
say?
nothing key about it.
Yeah, it's just the fact that it is one of these gray tones.
It's just a great cover.
Yeah.
It's a 7.0. It looks like a good 7.0 as well. I couldn't see anything majorly wrong.
Yeah, no. It's a very solid copy.
Right. So how did this do, Alan? Do you think that's good or bad? I haven't got a
I think that's a strong sale.
okay.
I've seen these on Whatnots, and they usually go for like 200 to 300. Like, but
Oh, it's an extremely strong sale.
yeah,
Okay, that is a major record. The last time this sold was in 2014, 10 years ago, when it sold for $81.
yeah. As I said, I usually see them on Whatnots for about 200 to 300.
Yeah, so that's a big sale.
Yeah.
But, there's hardly any of these. Must be, yeah,
Yeah, no, they're fairly rare.
36.
36 on the census. I mean, that's a sort of the theme of this week in a way, a sub theme. These are all low census counts books that I put on the list, except for
Well,
maybe the
imagine
last one.
anybody watching this, if you've thought it's not worth getting my GI Combat 69
Graded.
slabbed. It is.
Oh, it definitely is. Definitely is. But I don't think many people would like these combat ones. I don't think they survived in high grade for these are books that people read. They weren't like the superhero books. I always feel like this, that the superhero books people kind of, oh, they're going to be valuable later. I'm going to keep it pristine. I feel like these ones they didn't do that as much. But they should have. They're definitely books that are
This
going
is
to.
another one on the edge, Alan. This is 1959, so this is on the edge of Golden Age, Bronze Age, Golden Age,
A
Silver
Golden Age, Silver Age. Yeah.
Age.
Yeah.
Right.
But that era between 1955 and 1960 is actually kind of a obscure age, like very like it's sort of like when the market was dead a bit.
Yeah.
So there's not only like the market comic people were kind of a little bit pushed away from comics at that era. It's sort of like the early 2000s was the same way,
Yeah.
right? Where there was sort of a real major dip in the market. So
Yeah.
books from that era are quite hard to get.
Yeah. Low print runs.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Next up, we got a nice action comics here, Alan.
I like this one. It's sort of like a
It's a high grade.
apocalyptic, and it's really high grade.
Superman becomes the last man on Earth when he is captured by
Yeah,
the Red Sun.
isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
It kind of reminds me of I Am Legend or something like that. You know what I'm, yeah.
Also, Supergirl and her fantastic super horse, Alan. And this is number
Yes.
300. So it's a centenary issue.
Yeah. Lots going for this book. It's a cool book.
Yeah. Kurt Swan, of course, and George
Yeah.
Klein. Superman Revenge Squad appearance.
And it's a white pager too.
Comet appears in the Supergirl story. Yes. Right. Okay. 9.6. Why is this only $700?
Well, it is a key-ish book. It's not a super key.
No, but
Uh,
it's 9.
yeah, I know it is like one of those centennial ones, and they generally go for more. It's a cool cover too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Let's have a look. I think this is cheap. I'm right.
oh yeah.
Right. So this
Oh,
last
look at the
sold,
other line.
yeah, sorry, this last sold in May 2012 for 1,434. So it's lost half its value in 10 years.
Is this the highest graded copy, by the way?
I can't, it must be surely.
Is there a 9.8 of this?
No, there isn't.
So this is the highest graded copy. So, wow.
That is half of what it was worth 10 years ago.
Wow.
This
That's
shows how
brutal.
Superman just does not sell. I can't sell an action comic. I can't sell a Superman comic. I've got three boxes full of them. Some of them quite key issues. Nobody wants them. I'm hoping James Gunn is going to rescue Superman.
I mean, yeah, it's the Superman movie. It might be a good time to spec on Superman if the prices are down that much.
Yeah.
Um, and Superman is like kind of like the iconic character. I mean, he's like the number one character in some ways.
When
You know,
did we
he's not.
last get a good Superman movie?
I know it's been a long time. Um, I'm thinking like the what's it called? Justice League. I mean, with Superman in it, right?
Well, that wasn't really a Superman movie, was it?
Yeah. And then before that, it was like what's the one with Henry Cavill? But
Oh,
nobody liked that movie.
no. So, I mean, Henry Cavill was fine. Look, so, I think Superman needs a bit of a boost.
Hmm.
Batman sells,
Yeah.
Superman,
Batman, Spider-Man, those ones.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Or Superman. He's had a bad day.
That is crazy. Half what it was worth 12 years ago.
That is really crazy. I mean, and less than 100 on the census too. It's just really
Yeah,
122, I guess. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. I don't know what to
This
say.
is a
It's like
week of
so
up and
crazy.
downs, Alan. Some are up and
Well,
some.
I think this is also that effect that I was talking about before with
Yeah,
you have a big auction going on, and this is sort of like, oh, nobody's gonna watch this one. Everyone, they're distracted. Wow.
right. Now we've had this once before, and I said when
I love this book,
I
so I
know,
had to
me
put it on the
too. And I
list.
said I was going to try and find one, and I haven't been able to find one. It's the hat cover, the
I
Mad.
just love the hat cover. It's the first appearance of I think the second or third Mad Hatter. I think it's the
I think.
second Mad
Oh,
Hatter.
is it second Mad Hatter or the first Mad Hatter?
It's the second. The first is one with the genie cover.
Oh, first appearance of the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, but it's the second Mad Hatter.
Oh, right, Jarvis Tetch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's also from the Christine Farrell Complete DC collection.
yeah. I mean, this is a really cool book.
It is a cool
I
book.
Every time I see this book, it always goes for crazy money. It's a pretty pricey book, usually. Um, yeah, I really like this one.
Well, it's gone for $1,000 for a fiver.
At 5.0, yeah.
Hmm.
I would say that that's pretty spot on.
You think that's about fair market value, do you?
Yeah. Um, it's always an expensive book. I don't know.
Let's have a look. 5-0. Oh, it's
It's
up.
up
No,
a
it's a
little bit.
record. It's another record, Alan.
Another record,
Yeah,
up a little bit.
yeah. Yeah, it's a record.
And what was the previous sale? Like 900?
900, 900.
Yeah, so it's up a little bit. Yeah. So that's nice. Nice to see.
So this is the odd week, Alan. We've had about three records and three real lows.
Yeah. That's really interesting, isn't it? Like really like
And it's like what I
the
said, that
lows are
Superman Batman
extreme.
thing. The Superman has gone down in value by 50% over 10 years. Whereas
Yeah.
what's the Batman done? The Batman's gone from, sort of $200 up to $1,000 over the same period of time.
Yeah. This is actually a hard book to find though.
And yeah, I've never seen it in the wild. Uh,
Um
149, that's why.
yeah, it's a really hard book to get. And so whenever I see it go, it's usually a new record or something. People want crazy money for it. Um, it's a really cool book, in my opinion. I just really like it. So, uh, I think this is one that where it's a bit of a seller's market on it, just because of the scarcity.
Yeah. I mean, we saw this, we've had this, it must be over a year ago. And I said, that's great.
Hmm.
I want a copy of that. And I haven't seen a single one of these.
Hmm. So yeah, so definitely a cool book. I like it when the cover really covers that whole bad guy's narrative almost. The fact that he's the Mad Hatter and it's got all the hats.
And there's all the hats. You and I
Yeah,
are very simple human beings, aren't we, Alan? We just like, if it's about the Mad Hatter, we like the cover to have hats on it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it has all the different hats. I don't know, it's somewhat interesting. Like I think it even has like Flash's
It
hat and
does. It
stuff like
has,
that.
it has a hat with two wings on it.
Yeah. So I think that's just I don't know. I think it's a cool. It's whenever I see it, I really get like the feels for it. It's one that really speaks to me.
Yeah.
So
Although
yeah,
I have to have some discussion with the Mad Hatter because Batman is not wearing a hat; he's wearing a
you wear
cowl.
a cowl. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Why is he even interested in
yeah,
Batman?
exactly. Right. Next up, oh, it's a key. It's a Spidey.
Yeah,
Um, it's number 15, and it's got Craven the Hunter. It's not his first appearance, is
yeah.
it?
It is his first
It is his
appearance.
first appearance.
Craven the Hunter. The Craven the Hunter movie's coming out any day now, isn't it?
It seems to have been coming out any day now for about a year and a half.
Yeah, forever. Like actually, but like I saw a trailer for it like a year ago. I'm not even sure when. I feel like it's been like a long time.
They're
Um,
just waiting for the Christmas season.
Yeah, I don't know. So I just feel like this movie's coming someday, and I'm always curious when there's that potential spec. How does it impact the book? I don't think it's impacting it in a positive way in this case.
Well, Spider-Man is have we seen a bottom yet on Spider-Man? And the big issues have flattened out, haven't they, Alan?
Yeah, yeah, they have.
The Amazing Fantasy 15's flattened out, stopped falling. I think one has stopped falling.
One is flattened as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see
Um,
how this one's done.
yeah. So I was curious
Oh,
about
this
this
one
one.
has not stopped falling.
Oof. And this is like at where it should be peaking. You know what I mean? It should be like
This is
people should be like, "Oh, the movie's
this
coming."
is at its pre-COVID price.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is one of those books, like the movie has been talked about since COVID.
Yeah.
There was like announcements back then, and people were like freaking out that they have to pick this book up. And I don't know, I think the delays of the movie have really killed the value of this book.
Well, don't
So,
buy one yet. It's still falling. If the movie's awful, it'll go down below its
and
pre-COVID value.
and also people are a little bit upset about the trailer, the first trailer that they dropped. So when there's a scene in it where Craven like he's fighting with a lion
Right.
and he kills the lion and blood from the lion drips into his face, right?
Yeah.
And so people are like, "Oh, so it's a radioactive lion or something like that, or instead of the spider, it's a radioactive lion that makes him Craven." It's like- so I don't know. It was a little bit like the real story of Craven is that it's a witch doctor that gives him his power. So yeah, so people are people are not too happy with the trailer for the most part.
Well, not so happy with this comic either. Right.
Yeah. So what's the census weight just before we go on the next? Just quickly.
Census is 3,000. It's a lot more than any other comic, probably all the other comics added together, Alan.
Yeah. But I
But
mean this is a reasonably low census for Marvel.
well, it's still a lot higher than anything we've been
I'm
doing.
just saying for Marvel. I always have to put that little caveat.
3,000, nearly 3,900 of these.
Yeah. I'm used to around 5,000 for Marvel books. Okay. Okay, so what's the next one? The next one should be the big one.
There we go. It is a biggie. It is the first appearance of Doomy.
Mm. Now, this is another one these last two are really spec related. I was curious how all this Doom spec, now that it's going to be played by Robert Downey Jr., um, how it's affected this book. Because this book had tanked after COVID.
Oh, yeah.
It really dropped after COVID.
Yeah.
Um, but I love this book. I mean, this is like to me, this is one of my favorite keys from Marvel.
Yeah.
I always like to me, he's the best baddie for Marvel.
Yeah.
Him and Magneto would be the two biggies for me. But I actually like Doom better. I like him intrinsically better. He just the mask, the cowl,
Well, I
the
agree.
just that whole look.
Doom is my favorite Marvel baddie.
Hmm.
Let's hope they do him justice. They've got a decent actor.
Yeah, yeah. It's up to Marvel to mess it up, but hopefully they don't. I guess they're going to make a whole movie around Doom, though, isn't it?
Yeah, what are they doing? Well, the first one's got Galactus in it.
The first one's got Galactus, but they're doing another one. I think
I
it's
know they're
like
doing something called
Doomsday or something like that, or
Doomsday.
something.
Yeah, Doomsday. Yeah.
Yeah,
So my guess is he's going to make a cameo appearance at the end of the
that
Fantastic.
would be my guess too. Yeah, sort of get people a little bit excited about him, and
Yeah,
yeah.
or he'll help in defeating Galactus.
I don't think he'll help, but I think he'll make a cameo. I, you know, maybe like like they always like to put it in the like at the very end the end scenes. I'm talking about the
Yeah, yeah, the bit at the end. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So, we'll see how it works out, but I have a feeling they'll sort of hold back and make it just a cameo appearance.
yeah. I think they will.
But to me, this price is actually a bit low. I remember how expensive this book was during COVID. I think it was like $2,000 a point or something insane.
Well, let's have a look, Alan.
Okay.
Yes, it's down. It was on the up.
Yeah.
The previous sale had bounced up. This has bounced back down to virtually to the low point here, same as that one. Was even lower than that. It's 7.5. It's
And
still
what
above.
was the what?
It's still above pre-COVID.
Okay, that's good. And
Pre-COVID,
what was the peak on this? Like 16,000 or something silly?
ridiculous. 24,000.
Wow.
Uh,
I remember it going for I thought it was like $2,000 a point, but it's more like $5,000 a point.
yeah.
That's insane. That's so insane. Wow.
Well, imagine if you were the person that bought this in May 2020 for $4,900, or say
I
$5.
know, and you still doubled your money
Then a
now.
year later, you sold it for 25,000.
Yeah. And then you could pick it up again.
And then you could go and buy it now for 7.5.
Yeah.
It's all about timing, Alan. That's it. You just have to time everything right.
Yeah. You just need to know when these books are going to jump up and down, and we can have an amazing collection. Um wow. I didn't realize it had gone up that much. I knew that it was like crazy, but not that crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. You know, I yeah, it's one of those books. I'm actually shocked that it's actually come back down again, back down to that
7.5.
previous sale.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
No, I think you were right though. Slow week on Heritage because of the
Definitely.
prestige sale. So
So
yeah,
good time to buy.
yeah. So it's a good hint. If you've got prestige sale going on that week, go and look at the weekly auction because all the eyes will be on the prestige sale.
Yeah. Just so you know, people watching this, actually you'd have to watch it, go back, just take a time machine, go back one day, or actually maybe tonight. It should be still tonight that the Silver Age will be going
Monday.
on.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, as I'm releasing this video, or as we're releasing this video, it will just be finishing. It'll be just going on. So you can pick up these books. There's still the sale going on for this week, and the prestige sale is still going on. So you might still see the
There
same
might be some
effect.
bargains on Monday
This,
night.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So sometime might be worth a watch, is my point.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Thanks, Alan. That is your lot for this week. We will be back next week with another show talking about the Silver Age comic market. Until then, bye.